welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a lockdown Thursday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's continue, of course, our show. Of course, we've turned to another of our ambassador, of course, going down to Geelong this time, which, no, they're not in lockdown, so they've got a bit of thing down there in Geelong. Of course, on to our Geelong Cougars ambassador, of course, that is Darcy McFarlane. She joins us right now from Geelong. Thanks, Darcy, for joining us.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me, Will.
No worries. Well, obviously Mel's in lockdown. Geelong isn't, so that must be good news for you, for everyone down there. But what have you been doing in isolation / now a little bit of freedom?
Yeah. So during lockdown, it seems like a while ago. It was the end of March, wasn't it? So I was at university studying nursing. So all my classes got put to online, which was like very hard. First of all, especially as for nursing, not doing all that hands-on learning, which is pretty vital. That was really hard to not be doing. And then I'm also a disability support worker. So for a couple of weeks, I didn't get many shifts or anything just because clients didn't want to go out and be at risk, if that makes sense. So that was for a couple of weeks. But during isolation, actually, my workload picked up a fair bit. So I was mainly just working and doing uni work and trying to fit in some workouts and stay motivated where possible.
Now, we might as well go to the workout part of thing because obviously with netball, obviously uncertain about where the VNL season's going to stand at this stage. I guess what have you been doing to sort of work out and get and sort of keep yourself motivated?
Yeah, so I've been doing at a Pilates place in Geelong. So I was doing some online classes, which were really good. Just in the morning, just roll out of bed and do them. Then I've just been doing some runs, just around my house, and we've got running sessions that we need to complete for Cougars. So I was doing them a fair bit during the isolation lockdown period. Other than that, all our gyms were closed down here, so couldn't do weights or anything like that. So it was more just like body weight exercises at home. So yeah.
Now, of course, I think everyone in the VNL are all in lockdown at the moment, but yourselves down there in Geelong, you must be feeling pretty lucky down there to know you can still go out there and train on court and still do things that we used to do prior to today. And hopefully still be motivated and hopefully obviously keep fit and hopefully if the season ever goes ahead to that you've got a bit of an upper hand on everyone else in Melbourne.
Yeah, we were so lucky actually. Yeah, so we're still training, which is great. Just some of the Melbourne girls, and I don't know if Jazz is coming down because it's classified as work, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're still training, which is really lucky and been so good for the motivation to be around the girls and just have that like group mentality and train. So yeah, really lucky. And gyms are open down here now as well, and I really miss the gym, so I've been going in there a fair bit. So yeah, feeling very lucky at the moment.
How's the motivation like around the team at the moment at this stage?
Yeah, it was very hard to get back into training twice a week at like certain times, if that makes sense, and not out of your own will, or not will, but yeah, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But yeah, so the first couple of weeks was a bit hard to get back into it, but now we're going ahead well. The group is getting more motivated, which is great to see. And yeah, so we'll keep on going, keep on steaming ahead.
Now, I know the Geelong team have a mixture of not just Geelong players. Obviously, you mentioned a little bit about the Melbourne players that unfortunately are in lockdown at the moment. But you got a couple from the regional areas. Of course, I think Warrnambool and Ballarat areas.
Yep.
Tell us how special to have a lot of those players making the long trip down to Geelong and train and obviously play week in, week out, when especially last season.
Yeah, so we've got 2 girls from Port Fairy, which is like a 4-hour drive, if not more. So that's an amazing commitment. I don't understand how they do it, especially with school and stuff. They're crazy. But hats off to them, like they're amazing. And we've got some Ballarat girls as well. So yeah, it's been really nice to have that mixture, just not being from Melbourne or Geelong. So, and especially because the Ballarat team got cut, or the club got cut from VNL. It's been nice to see and meet new people because of that, if that makes sense. And the girls are so lovely. So I'm really happy that they're at Geelong.
Now, one of those Ballarat girls that came to Geelong is, of course, and you mentioned in the ambassador profile, which will be up hopefully a little bit later on, which is Poppy Douglas. Tell us, how special is to have an amazing player like Poppy?
Yeah, it's great. I'm just gobsmacked by how old she is and what she's already done and what she will do, I think. So, yeah, she's amazing. So mature for her age and just like so tall and strong for her age as well. So she's definitely one to be have an eye on her for her future. Like, yeah, she's going to do great things, I think.
Now, I know you two have pretty good friendship on the court, and I'm assuming it's the same off the court as well. But another player that you have really good friendship on and off the court is Ellen Doyle.
Yeah.
I guess, and I think, to be honest, I think you three are the most amazing Geelong players I've seen for the Cougars, that is. I guess, how special to have you three, especially last season, you three just gelled so well together in that team and really kept the team together. How special was that? I'd call it the dynamic trio.
Yeah, it was so special. It's not often where you get such a great connection on a netball court, and it obviously takes time, which, like I said in the other recording, like with Alan, like we've been playing together for so long, since under 11. So to have that natural connection with Poppy after only like one season, it's been really nice to see. And last year there was a couple of times where Alan was goal shooter and Poppy and I were either goal attack or wing attack, and it would just flow and it was just nice. And so, yeah, it was really nice to play with those two last year. And we were definitely sad to see Alan go up into Div 1, but yeah, she's too old.
Now, if the season doesn't go ahead this year, which at this stage, considering Melbourne's in lockdown at the moment, is probably very less chance that might happen. And also, I think this was supposed to be your last year of 19s and under before you go up as well. Does that feel a bit sad to you that it might, you might not play out your last year of 19s?
Yeah, it is really sad. Obviously, the last year before you go into the next division, it's obviously so sad, and you want to have a good year and obviously try and win. So yeah, it was really sad, but there's been talks of having next season as under 20, so that so we're not too sure. It's not confirmed or anything like that, but there's been talks of it, so that would be good next year to do that.
Now, I want to talk to you about a rivalry that Geelong has, and I think most people would know around the netball circles which rivalry that is, especially at 19s level, which it is City West Falcons, who won it last year. Tell us a bit about the rivalry between yourselves and Geelong in the 19s, because I know there's a couple of the players that play for the Falcons, base themselves down in Geelong as well. So, tell us a bit about the friendship or rivalry between you two.
Yeah, so I don't know when the rivalry started, but yeah, it is kind of just an unspoken, everyone knows it's a rivalry, I think, in the VNL community. But yeah, it's just a rivalry. Like it's rivalry because it's always such a tough game, and Falcons are so, body. So yeah, it's always a rough game, always bodies on the line. So yeah, it's just all, I think we just match up quite evenly. So I think that's why it's always been a rivalry, because we're quite similar. And it's always a tough game. So yeah, and yes, there are some Geelong or coastal girls that play for Falcons, and I've tried to get Emma Walters so many times to come to Geelong, but she won't. Yeah, I'm quite good friends with Emma, so yeah, it's a bit frustrating. Whenever I see her, I say, "Hey, when are you coming down to Geelong?" But I don't think she'll budge. I think she's pretty happy there, which is fine. So yeah, it's worth a try though.
Oh, I'm going to ask her that question next week and see what she says.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you mentioned about Emma Walters. Of course, now I'm assuming she would have been one of your toughest opponents that you had played against. I'm assuming.
Yeah. She's so versatile and so fast. So yeah, she's pretty tough.
Now, of course, we mentioned a lot about the VNL. Obviously, you do play locally as well, which I don't know if your local season down there has been cancelled or not. But I guess tell us, obviously South Bowen is your local club. I guess how was the team looking like going into the 2020 season, if it hasn't been cancelled already?
Yeah, so it has been cancelled. There was talks of doing like a modified season, but I don't think that's going ahead. But our A grade side was looking pretty good. We were quite young, which was always going to be a bit of a challenge. But Ruby Horton wasn't meant to be playing because she was meant to be travelling. But they announced like maybe a couple of months ago that she was going to join the side and play, which would have been great because I love playing with Rubes. So easy. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. So it's a shame that we can't play, but yeah, I think it will be one of those teams that will stay together for a while and get better and better as the years progress, and will be really strong in like 4 years or something like that.
How special would it have been to play with Ruby Horton, who was the championship club best and fairest, part of that championship team at Geelong? How special that would have been, you and Ruby in the goal circle. I don't think many teams would have stopped South Bowen.
Yeah, so I actually played with her last year in 2019, and it was so great. I played mainly wing attack at South Bowen. So I was feeding into her, which was amazing, and she was such a good teacher. Like, would always be telling me things to work on, which is great. Like, I love that. So she was a great role model, great leader of the team, and a pleasure to play with. Yeah,
I've got to say 2019 would have been a dynamic trio too, down at South Bowen. Obviously Ruby, yourself and Alan.
So Alan actually plays defence down in Geelong mainly, but so if Ruby was like injured or whatever, Alan would pop back in to goal shooter. So it was pretty flexible team, which was great. But yeah, it was pretty good to have us three.
Now, of course, down there in Geelong, most of them would know around the community. Obviously, the team you had to beat was Newtown and St Albans. Fun enough, all of them have VNL players. How strange is that for you to play against players that you actually have played with in your VNL team?
Yeah, it is quite odd. You do know a bit more about how they play though, which is always a good thing. But yeah, there's so many Cougars girls are playing in obviously the A grade sides for the GFL competition. So I'm always like Laura Giles. I'm always against her. Julia Woolley, like all those girls, they all play for the GFL sides. So it's weird seeing them on court, and you kind of do that little look like, but yeah, it's great. It's still fun, which is good.
Is there one team out of those two that you love to beat the most?
Oh, Newtown Chilwell, for sure. They haven't lost a game in, I think it's like 6 years or something, something like that. Yeah, they haven't lost a game, so everyone's out to beat them.
Well, let's hope maybe if it's not, hopefully 2021 might be the year that everyone beats Newtown, hopefully.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Now, you mentioned that South Bowen is a pretty young team.
Yep.
You might as well tell us all the players in your A-grade team that we should watch out for, except for the three we've already mentioned, and obviously including
Yep.
yourself. Tell us about the others that we don't know that we should know about.
Okay. So Olivia Cameron, I'm not sure if you know her. She played for VNL. She's a bit older now. I shouldn't say older, but she's played her VNL and stuff like that. Who else? Maddie McKernan, who's a training partner for Cougars. She's got lots of potential, and I can really see her going places. Katie Kennedy, she is playing for another VNL team. I think it's Peninsula, maybe. I think she was meant to play this year. Who else? Got Kayla Nickel. Her older sister's played in VNL before. I can't really think of anyone else. It's been so long since I've seen them all.
Now, of course, being at training and all that, I guess, and when we went into lockdown the first time as statewide, did you do any challenges? Because I know most sporting clubs did that.
Did we do any challenges?
Yeah, that your coaches.
No, we didn't actually. We just had a running schedule, a mass running that we had to complete. But yeah, no challenges, which was I don't know if it's good or bad. But we do have a Facebook group page. So we were encouraged to post something every time we're working out just to keep up the motivation, which I think really helped. So that was good.
Now, of course, I'll finish off with a couple of harder questions about your team. Now, we're going to do both combined, Geelong and South Bowen, on these questions, which is any embarrassing moments last season for both?
Yeah. I can't think of any, actually. It seems like so long ago that we were playing. Like, it feels like an eternity ago, and I literally can't even remember anything. Maybe just like a classic, like falling over or running into one of your players. But I can't remember like a specific one where that happened. Yeah.
Who's the comedian at Geelong and at South Bowen?
Oh, the comedian. Lily Aldridge is pretty funny. Probably say she's the comedian. And at South Bowen, it'd have to be Alan. Classic. Classic Alan.
Yes, I thought that might have been the answer on that one.
Yeah.
Now, who's the best singer in both teams?
Oh, I don't really know. I don't know if anyone's got really any musical talents. I've heard Alan's voice and it's not very good in the carpool karaoke's. So yeah, probably wouldn't say Alan. And for my team at Cougars, a good singer, unless someone's hiding their musical talents, I wouldn't even have a clue because I haven't heard any of them try and sing.
Best dancer in both teams?
Dancer. Ruby Horton would be the best dancer for South Bowen. And for Cougars, I don't even know because it's such a new team, and we haven't really done any social things this year with the new team, so I don't really know, like the girls outside of netball training, if that makes sense. Like we haven't, so I'm not really sure. Sorry.
That's right, all good. Now, I know there's this new craze called TikTok. Actually, it's probably not new now, but I'm still going to ask this question, which is, who's done the most TikTok at Geelong or at South Bowen?
Definitely Alan has done the most TikToks. Yeah. Yeah, I think she's the only one. She can just count for both because she's done so many.
going, obviously 2019 seems to be an eternity, even though it was 7 months ago.
Yeah.
But did the team have like a pump-up song to hype the team up on both teams?
Me and Alan just always used to play like the classics, like 2000s hits on the way up to the netball. That was in VNL. And for South Barwon, well, I think Pump It Up, that was a gotta pump it up. Yeah, that song was pretty popular. Yeah, I think, that one.
Now we'll finish off with two final ones, which is, of course, I have to ask this question. Describe both Geelong and the South Bowen team as many words as you like.
Okay. The Cougars team, start with, young. What's some other ones? Young. That's a great start. Bubbly, determined, very determined. And then for South Barwon, I would say loud. Party people. Very like loyal. It's a good one. Very determined as well. And last word would be competitive. Yeah.
I knew I would have got the party part of it in South Bowen. But of course, finish off with the last one, which I actually asked the same question on the last recording, which I'm going to ask the same question here, which is how special and what did it mean to you to be part of the Smash FM family as an ambassador?
Yeah, so as I said before, it was such a great opportunity and it's obviously very special to become an ambassador. Such a great, little radio station, little good sport just for all your sporting, covers all sports, which is great. Not just focusing on one. And yeah, it was special to me because it felt like I was, kind of getting rewarded for and being seen, which was nice for my netballing career. And it's definitely put a lot more confidence into my netball, which is obviously something great.
Well, Darcy, we love having you on the show. We love you as part of the Smash FM family as an ambassador, and hopefully we get a chance to hopefully catch up with you in person once Melbourne gets out of lockdown. In 6 weeks. But
I know.
And no, awesome to have you. And obviously, stay safe. Hopefully, Geelong doesn't fall into the same category we're in right now. Hopefully, we get to catch up with you in person sometime a bit later on in the year.
Yes. Just no Melbourne people come to Geelong, please. Putting all borders up, please don't come. Even if you have holiday houses, don't come. But thank you so much for having me, Will. It's great to be on the show. I love it. Good fun.
No worries. And that's Darcy McFarlane there from the Geelong Cougars and, of course, the South Bowen Football Netball Club. Because, next year, hopefully people can get down there and support the mighty Cougars and, of course, the South Bowen team, because in 2021. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the Thursday edition.